Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you all are fine and doing great. Today we are going to discuss this farthest number problem of GFG. So let's move on to the problem guys. So here we are given an array of size n containing different integers, and we have to find out for every element, we have to find out the index of the farthest element in the array to the height, and which is smaller than the current element. Okay, and if such number does not exist, then we just print -1. What I have to do, we are given this number at some ith index, and this is some array. Then among this subarray, I have to find out the maximum distance, the farthest jth element, the farthest jth index whose element is less than I, means ith element ai greater than aj, and j is uh, as much far as possible. Okay, means there is as much distance we need in j as much as possible. Like for 4 it should be -1, because for the last element we don't have any number. Now for I just hope it, then it is very helpful for me. Okay, so guys, for this our answer should be -1. The indexing is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for 2 our answer should be -1, because we don't have any number less than 2 in on my right side. Now for 5 I have 2. Okay, I have 4. Okay, now I will take 4 because 4 is less than 5, and it has the most distance than 2. Okay, so I will put down 4 here. 3 can also be a valid choice, but we need the maximum distance as well, so I will just put out 4. Now for 1 I don't have any integer on the right side which have value less than 1, so I just put 1. Then for 3, 1 can be a choice, 2 can be a choice. Yes, these two I will not take 1, as I have a more farthest element, so I will put on index of 2, that is 3. Here it is not for this element, it is the index, Okay, 3 -1, 4 -1, -1. Yes, that is the correct output. It is okay guys. And so one approach is to run a n square loop first for this particular element, then traverse all the remaining element. Okay, but it is n square approach, and I have to do it in n log n. Okay, so now guys, what we can do, so we are given a vector, that is 3, 3 1 5 2 4, 3 1 5 2 and 4. Okay, this is the only thing I have given to me. Then what I will do, I will take a temp variable. Now what is temp store? Temp store the minimum possible value from I to n-1. Minimum value possible from I to n-1 index. I am telling you how. Initially what I will do, I will initialize this with 4, because the minimum value from I to n-1 is 4 only, and initialize all of these with 0. Okay, or we don't need to initialize it as well. Okay, so I just make it 4. Now I just put down the index as well. This is index 0, this is 1, this is index 2, this is 3, this is 4. So for 4, so for guys, I am updating this one. As well, I can take a other answer variable, put down -1 here, then okay, but I don't need this, because I can change my a as well. So I will change my 4 to -1, means for 4 my answer should be -1, because I don't have any element. Now for 2, and I make another, yes, okay. Now for 2 I will check in this much part, in this part of the time, because this all part contain 0, this part contains 0. So I will check from I plus 1, from index I plus 1 to temp dot end, means till index n. This is n means 5. Okay, now what is I plus 1 means from 4 to end of the temp. What is 4 index? 4 index is this, means 4 to end. Okay, now we will try to find out the lower bound of 2. Lower bound means the element which is lower bound means for a element x gives me the first ith index whose element is greater than or is equal to x, ai, temp I here in this case. Now temp I only element is 4. Now 4 is greater than 2, so it will return me just a minute temp I just a minute I'm writing it and it's confusing. For lower bound of element x, it will gives me it will gives me it will give me it it will gives me iterator, and this it is greater than or is equal to x. Yes, it is greater than is equal to x, means greater than is equal to x. Here the only element is 4, so it will gives me the index of 4. Now I know it will gives me the index of the element which is greater than or is equal to x, but I need the smaller element. So it means if I decrease it decrease it, then now the change it means the change index is okay. If I decrease my it is this, if I put my it, then my it means the index of the temp. Okay, now it will come to this, and we know, like I'm telling you by example, if you know lower bound, then it is quite helpful elsewhere. Now I have to find out the lower bound of 3. I have to lower bound of 3. Here 3 is exists, so it will gives me the index of 3. The index of 3. Okay. Now, and I know, and I want to find out the element smaller than 3. Smaller than 3. So what I will do, I will decrease his index, and but then it will point to 2. It will point to 2. Now I know, then this is the after decreasing my it once, I got the element which is smaller than my x, so what I will do, I will decrease it. I will decrease my it, then it will point to this. Then I will check if my it point to the same index I, then I will put -1 here. And continue. Sorry. What I will do, I will put -1 here and update my temp to minimum of this 2,4. Minimum of this 2,4. Here it will come 2. Okay. Now guys, just be me just be with me till the last. You will understand what I want to say. These both are same. I want to check some other color. Yes, this is okay. Now for index 2, I want to find I plus 2, that is 3. Now from 3 to 4, now my index is 2 and 4. I want to find out the lower bound of 5. Now what is lower bound of 5? It will return me the end. Because I don't have any number less than I don't have any number greater than or is equal to 5, so it will return me the end, means index 5. Now I will decrease it. Okay, it will gives me 5. Then I will decrease 5. Now I know it will point to a number that is less than 5. Now it is 4. So I will just put down this index means 4 here. 4 will come, this array will update, and I will update this to 5 and 2. Minimum of 5 and 2, that is 2. Okay. Now I will at index 1. I want to find out the minimum of this. Now the first number that is greater than or is equal to 2 is this 2. It will return me this it. I will decrease it once. It minus minus, I will come here. Now I will see both index are same, means I don't have any number that is less than 1. So I will put down -1 here and update 1 and 2. Then minimum of 1 and 2, it will come 1. Now for 3, I will have to check in this variable the first element which is greater than is equal to 3 is 4. I will decrease it, so now I will point to 2. I will put down the index of this, that is 3, and update my this to minimum of 3 and 1, that is 1. Now this is the temp variable containing all the ith element of this temp vector contain the minimum value possible from I to n minus 1. from I to n minus 1. Okay, according to our need. Okay, now from here to here the minimum value possible 5, from here to here, sorry, 1, minimum value possible 1. Now here 5, we have 2, we have 2, now here it is 4, and my answer is 3 minus 1 4 minus 1 minus 1. You can also take another variable answer and put out answer 3 minus 1 4 minus 1 minus 1 in that as well. Now I want to tell you for one more example as well, for one more example quickly. Now one more example is 1 2 3 4 0. Now 1 2 2 3 4 0. Temp initially contains 0. Mhm. This is my temp, this is my a. Now temp contains 0. Now for 4 I will check the minimum of my the first element that is equal to, or the first element that is greater than or is equal to 4. It will return me, and the answer will contain, I will take a other variable answer for this time. Now it will minus 1. Okay, now it is more clearing to you. Now it is minus. So first is set, I am starting my loop from there. Now for 4 I will check in temp the first element that is greater than or is equal to 4. It will return me this index. I will decrease, I point to this, put down the index of day, this, that is, it is index 4, put down 4 here, put down index 4 here, and in temp modify my minimum of 4 and 0, it will 0. Now for 3 searching in this, go last, decrease, come out here, put down index of this here, minimum of 3 and 0 is 0. Now for similarly to searching in this whole vector, gives me this, because I don't have any number less than is equal to greater than or is equal to 2. It will return me the end of the vector. So what I will do, I will decrease it, point out to this. Now index of this is 4, put out 4 here, minimum of 2 and 0 is 0. Now for 1 search down in this, similarly return me this, decrease. Now I am at this, put down index here. Now sorry, put down index here, and the minimum of 1 and 0 is 0. So this is my temp variable, contain the minimum value possible from I to n minus 1 for each index I. Okay guys, now you can see 4 4 4 4 4 4 times and then minus 1, correct answer. This is somehow complicated problem in implementing, but a very simple approach. We just have to find the lower bound of updated array each time. Now we are taken variable temp, initialize temp n minus 1 to putting down past variable is always same, the last element, and answer of last will contain minus 1 each time. Okay, so n a of last element is equal to minus 1. Now for it I is equal to n minus 2 to I greater than is equal to 0, and decrement I again and again. Now it will it will store the index of the element in my temp array which is greater than or is equal to my ai. Now temp dot again to if I plus 1, start my searching from I plus 1, and it on the temp dot end and for ai. Now temp I will update my temp I will update my temp to minimum of these both. Okay, now if my temp is equal to this, if my temp means, if my temp is this, like for, like here for 2 and 4, I am explaining again. For 2 and 4 it temp will contain 4, answer will contain minus 1. For 2, when I am searching in this subarray, it will return me it will return me this, it will return me this. Now it will return me this means my element is smallest or equal than the first element of the temp, means this is the smallest element I found yet. So it will, I will just put down minus 1. Okay, so I just put down minus 1 means it is the smallest element. As well, what I will do, I will decrement my it and update my ai to it minus temp dot begin, so that it will contain the index. It is a iterator. Okay, so if I decrease temp dot begin from it, then it will gives me an index. I just compile run it. You can see the correct output. So you can see all the all the 31,010 test cases pass out. Maybe you feel it something complex, but if you dry run it, then it is a very simple approach. I am telling you, just try to dry run it once. Okay, guys. So I hope you all understand the approach. Meanwhile, if you still have any doubt, then just comment out. I will try my best to explain you. You can subscribe the channel, like the video, and thank you for watching this, guys.